We're heading into the final stretch of the Rainmaker, and this penultimate episode finally threw us right into the courtroom, where absolutely nothing went according to plan. Rudy Baylor's big day in court against Leo Drummond started with chaos and ended with an explosive twist that completely changes what we thought we knew about Bruiser's dad. The episode opened with Rudy and Dec, now fully separated from Bruiser's firm, stepping up to argue the case. But Rudy being Rudy, he ditched his rehearsed opening statement mid-sentence and went all in on his real theory, accusing the hospital of covering up a serial killer nurse. That move instantly backfired when Drummond tried to have the entire case dismissed. But things only got messier from there. Rudy's next big gamble was putting Jackie Lemanchik on the stand. Her testimony could have been the nail in the coffin for the defense, except it wasn't. Turns out, the evidence she had about Nurse Melvin Pritchard's drug machine activity was obtained illegally, which meant it was thrown out completely. That handed Leo the perfect opportunity to flip the narrative, framing Rudy as someone desperately looking for a villain in what he painted as a tragic accident. Rudy and Dec scrambled to salvage the case by trying to sign other victims connected to Pritchard, but they were too late. Sarah Plankmore, played by Madison Isman, had already gotten to them and locked them down with silence agreements. And just when things couldn't get worse, Dot's emotional testimony backfired. Her grief made her sympathetic, but Leo spun it, making her late son look like a liar and implying he wasn't even sober when he died. Meanwhile, Bruiser faced her own moral crisis. The feds offered her a deal to help trap her father, and instead of backing down, she came up with a bold new plan, bringing Jackie back to the stand. This time, Jackie delivered. She exposed that the hospital's machine didn't actually delete data and that Melvin's behavior with Donnie Ray Black broke every rule of proper nursing conduct. It was a huge win, until Sarah stepped in. In one brutal move, Sarah unleashed the firm's infamous nuts and SL*TS routine, tearing apart Jackie's credibility by making her seem unstable and unreliable. While all that was happening, the tension inside the defense team boiled over. Brad called out Leo for sidelining him and warned that he knew where the bodies were buried. But Leo's cold response, saying he wasn't the one who buried them, hinted at a much darker truth within the firm. That truth finally came out when Bruiser confronted her father. He swore he didn't kill Rosalie, the whistleblower mother whose death has haunted the show. For once, he seemed sincere, and Bruiser learned he was actually telling the truth. Rosalie's death wasn't murder in cold blood. It was the result of a tragic misunderstanding carried out by one of his associates. But that doesn't exactly make her father innocent. Before he skipped town with Prince to evade the feds, Bruiser's dad left her with one last shocking reveal. In Prince's basement, tied up and waiting, was none other than Melvin Pritchard himself. Yes, the nurse at the center of everything. That ending turned everything on its head, suggesting a possible alliance or reckoning coming in the finale. Actor Dan Fogler teased what's next, saying that his character leaves breadcrumbs, and might even team up with Melvin to hunt down the real villain. And according to showrunner Michael Seitzman, Bruiser's entire emotional journey in this episode was about truth. She spent the whole season wondering if her father was capable of something truly horrific. When he finally told her the truth, even if it was ugly, that honesty was his way of saying he loves her. It wasn't forgiveness, but it was the closure she's been craving all along. So now that Bruiser knows the truth, the big question is, what's she going to do with it? Will she help her father or finally turn against him for good? And what role will Melvin play in all this chaos heading into the finale? Let me know what you think. Do you believe Bruiser's dad deserves redemption? Or is this just another manipulation? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you're excited for the explosive finale of The Rainmaker.